Oh, hi. So you're here to finger paint. Awesome. It's an amazing technique that's so wonderful to learn. So let's go. Let's get right into it. All you need, your favorite paints, acrylic, oils. If you're going to use acrylic, don't forget to put a medium that slows the drying time, some snug fitting gloves, powder free, and something to clean your hands with, cleaning cloths or paper towel. Let's get at it.
All right. So first we're just going to loosely sketch it in. We're going to have some nice hills in this evening landscape. Just lightly sketch it in. It doesn't have to be detailed at all. Just lightly where you want your mountains or your hills. Now we're going to fill in the night sky. We're going to start with a real deep blue, your deepest blue that you have, and just get it all over the canvas in spots, not totally covering the canvas though. Do leave space because we're going to be adding another color in just a moment. But let's get it all in. It doesn't have to be too thick, but go a little thicker. Now here we're going in with our secondary color. It's a lighter blue, and we're going to weave all the colors together. Just blend them all together lightly. Do leave a variation of color and the lights and the darks, just like you would see in the night sky, the Milky Way and the light stripes and streaks of the sky. We're going to bring it down to the hills, and we're going to go in with a lighter color near the hills because that's where the sun would have set and it's still lighter at the bottom by the hills. So just blend it all down, bring it all down. There we go. Get it all in there. Perfect. And borrow, if you need to borrow some dark, just go up where the dark spots are and borrow it from the darker part. I do borrow a lot from other parts of the painting. Now we're going to go in and we're going to do some nice trees. We are going to have some foliage in there, some trees. So use a side-to-side motion to get your trees in. And again, just wherever you want them. You can have as many trees as you like. Or as little as you like. You might only want 2 or 3. But again, it's just the light side-to-side motion for the pine trees. I'm going to put in some grass here, some shrubs and grass and ferns that you would see in the field in a landscape. Very loosely, very impressionistic-like. And just bring that right across, all the way across the bottom. And again, in variation, not straight across, bring some up higher, some up lower, and then go in with the deeper color and then go into the trees. There we go. Bring it all dark because it would be darker at the front of the trees. So you want to bring in the dark blue at the front of the trees. I'm putting some trees over on this side. You can do it if you like. I just kind of wanted to fill up the foreground of my painting. So there we go in the side-to-side motion and bring it all down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our lighter color that we used in the sky and we're going to weave it into our trees. So we have some highlights, some shimmers, and then we already had our low lights. It makes the low lights in there. So there we go, again in the side-to-side motion. We're going to be starting in our hills now. We're going to bring in some of the deeper, the greens and the dark blues and make it a very evening landscape. All right, so just bring that all in there. Bring the green in around your trees and bring it into the boughs of the trees. There we go. We're going to bring our greens up into our hills and weave them in with the darker blue. So they're all shadows and highlights in the distant hills. I love it when the colors mix together and make different colors. It's just so beautiful. That's what I love about finger painting. You get so many intuitive and expressive results. So let's take our dark blue and we'll go up into the top hills or mountains and just color those in, fill those all in with your dark blue. Now do weave it into the sky so there's no straight lines. It's not stiff. The hills go into the sky as if maybe there's trees way off in the distance up there, or maybe even some of the hills are even farther back. We're going to put another blue in there, and we're going to bring it down, and we're going to weave it into the dark, because we want our landscape to shimmer. We want it to shimmer like the night, all the colors of the night in the evening. So we're going to fill it in and weave it together. Now again, any place that you want a variation, just bring in some darker blue, as if there's maybe another hill or a valley in the background. And we're just going to fill in the rest of our back hills. Nice and dark. They would be the darkest against the sky. And I like to make it kind of look misty. So I bring in that blue from the sky and I weave it in. Now I'm going to start on my foreground hills, and I'm going to bring the dark blue, and I'm just going to bring them so that it separates the hills that are closer up to us from the hills that are back. And we'll put in some of that gorgeous blue to highlight and shimmer on the hills. There we go. Just light touches for this, and just weave it into the other colors. And now we're going to bring those down into our trees, just back and forth, and fill that in and push it into the boughs of the trees so it looks like it's shimmering through the trees. And do the same on the other side. Just bring those gorgeous blues down into the foliage in the front. Just fill it all in, weave it all together, and get just delightful new colors. It's almost like mixing your palette, but right on your canvas. And it's intuitive, and it just gives such gorgeous results. Try not to rub too much either. Just let the colors blend together lightly and make those different colors. Try not to go over it too much. Now we're going to fill in the dark blue and weave it into the foliage, because it would be very dark down there. Get a little tip of green on your finger, that little nublin, and just bring it down like blades of grass or plants that are a little bit more formed. And then we're going to take a lighter and make them shimmer. So just gently drag your finger with that point over the darker green. Weave it together, just to give some highlights and some shimmers, to give some variation. Now you can bring this foliage up as high as you want, or you don't even have to have it if you don't want. But I like the shimmers. I really like the shimmers in the different color. I like an evening landscape, a night landscape still to look so alive with color. I even put some orange sometimes into the hills in the background, just so that it's like the light would be shining off the hills. I'm just going to define my trees on the other side, bring them out, and then make them darker. Bring in that dark green or dark blue, whichever you like. And again, do your side-to-side motion just to make them pop, to make them nice and dark and pop out. There we go. We're going to do the same to all of our other trees. Just put in that dark blue, dark green, and weave it around to make your trees pop. Now the fun part. Let's splash it up. Let's put on our stars. I'm starting with my thicker brush because I like it gives bigger stars. It gets the nice big evening bright stars. And then I go in afterwards, so you get as many of those bigger stars with the fan brush. I go in with the fan brush for the little stars, the little tiny Milky Way stars. And again, there you go. Just shimmer it up.
All right, so there we go. We're all done. Good job. You can add as many stars as you want or as little. Wait till it dries and you can do some nice shooting stars. I just wanted to show you and give you the idea. So thanks for joining me, and come on back for another tutorial. I'm gonna have lots. I love showing you how to finger paint. If you like this, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a creative day.